Good afternoon, students. Welcome to our lesson today. Today we are going to talk about sole proprietorship, and therefore at the end of the lesson, you are expected to adhere to the following objectives. So objective number 1, define the sole proprietorship. Objective number 2, you should be able to describe the features of sole proprietorship. You should also be able to identify the sources of capital of sole proprietorship, and also explain the dissolution of sole proprietorship, right? So what is this that we are calling a sole proprietorship? A sole proprietorship is a business or enterprise owned by one person who is a sole trader or a sole proprietor. It is a common form of business unit and usually found in retail trade. For example, small shops, kiosks, agriculture, all businesses that offer direct services. For example, a Cobra Saloon. We have the characteristics or the features of sole proprietorship, and therefore one of them is the business is owned by one person, and the capital contributed by the owner is usually small. The owner is personally responsible for the management of the business. And also sole proprietorship is flexible in a way that it can change its location easily. We have the sources of capital, that is owner savings. We have inheritance, personal savings. We have the donations from friends and relatives. We have the plugging back profits that are made by the business. We have the advantages of sole proprietorship, right? That is, one, the capital required to start the business is small. Hence, everybody or anybody who can spare small amounts of money can start one. And also it requires few legal formalities to start and set up the business. Also, the trader is accountable to him or herself, meaning that if it is run by one person, that person is independent, and therefore everything is relies on his decision, his or her decision. Sole proprietorship is able to assess the credit worthiness of his or her customers because of close personal relationship, right? We also have the disadvantages of sole proprietorship, and that is it has unlimited liability. And this means that if the assets available in the business are not enough to pay the debts, the business debts, the personal property of the owner, such as a house, will be sold to meet the debts, right? He or she is overworked and has no time for recreation. A sole proprietorship may not benefit from advantages realized by large-scale organization, all the economies of scale, such as access to loans or facilities, because of its nature. All large trade discounts, they cannot be realized in a sole proprietorship because of its nature. A lack of specialization in running of the business. In sole proprietorship, there is there is no decision making by consultation. Therefore, specialization is not adhered to. Dissolution. We have dissolution of sole proprietorship. One of it is bankruptcy of the owner. This means that the owner lacks the financial capability to run the business, and therefore it can lead to its dissolution. The owner if the owner voluntarily decides to dissolve the business, it means, for example, due to continued loss making, right? Can be able to end the business. We also have passing of the law, which renders the activity of the business illegal. This means that if the business is found guilty of any illegal business, it will, and then it cuts across the law. It goes against the law. It means that that business will be sued and it will come to an end. The expiry of the period during which the business was meant to operate means if the valued time the business was supposed to operate is over, it means that that business will be brought to an end. That is what we aimed to cover today, and therefore go to the portal, revisit your notes, and then at the end you do the discussion forum and the assignment, because it will be graded as your end course results. Thank you. Anyone with a question? Okay, thank you. So we'll end our lesson there. We'll meet in our next lesson in the next time. Thank you for listening to me.